Hello, good morning and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the town of Kanchanaburi, which lies to the west of Bangkok, about 120-130 kilometers or so. And as you can see over my shoulder, Kanchanaburi is the location for this bridge, and it's not just any old bridge. This is the bridge over the River Kwai, made famous by the film, I think in the 50s, that came out based on the book. But in town there's a lot to see as well as the bridge. There's all related sites to the POW camps that were here, and of course the Death Railway, which goes over this bridge up to a station called Nam Tok. And I'll be making a video all about the Death Railway, which, if it's made now and you're watching this video, it'll be up in the top right hand corner now. But as I say, there's quite a lot to see in the relatively small town here. There's a couple of museums. There's the cemetery that's near the railway station, which features also a steam loco. There's a couple of temples, one Chinese cemetery with quite a unique looking stupa in it, so we'll visit that. And then in another video I'll show you quite a lot of sites that lie just outside the city, and again, if I've made that video, it'll be somewhere up in the top of your screen now. So anyway, a little bit of facts about Kanchanaburi. This isn't actually, where the town is today, isn't actually the original location for it, because back in King Rama I's time, which was late 18th century, early 19th century, I think, he established an outpost, a military outpost, about 16 kilometers to the northwest of here, which I'll also be visiting on another video. And the location for that was based on some old ruins that I think date around the Ayutthaya period, which again I'll show you. So he established a fort there to keep an eye on the Burmese, because Kanchanaburi province borders Myanmar. So over the centuries, the Burmese have actually come in and invaded Thailand, and vice versa over the centuries. And then King Rama III, I think in 1831, moved the town to where it's currently located here. So we'll see some sites that are related to that as we're going around. But for now, less of my chat, let's see what there is to see, and we'll start off with this bridge, and I'll go through the bit of history about this bridge, because I think we all know the history of this bridge, but I'll go through it a little bit. The infamous bridge depicted in the 1957 film The Bridge on the River Kwai wasn't actually filmed here, but was instead filmed in Sri Lanka. Known as Bridge 277, it was originally a wooden bridge that was finished in February 1943 using 1,000 British POWs before another 1,000 Dutch POWs were added. This original bridge was located about 100 metres downstream from the current bridge, which was built out of steel and concrete and finished in June 1943. Both bridges were bombed and damaged during an air raid by the RAF on the 13th of February 1945. The wooden bridge was hit again by the US Air Force on the 3rd of April, before a second RAF air raid finally severely damaged both bridges on the 24th of June. Japanese anti-aircraft positions were located just north of the bridge on the eastern side of the river. After the war, the bridge was rebuilt with the missing bombed spans replaced. You can see they're straight topped instead of arched like the other spans, and the railway line reopened in 1958. Now, the name of the bridge is a bit inaccurate on two fronts. Firstly, Pierre Boulle, who originally wrote the book that the film was based on, never actually visited the bridge and presumed that it crossed the River Khwae Noi. However, it actually crossed the Mae Klong. Another inaccuracy is the pronunciation of the name Kwai in English, when it's actually pronounced Khwae in Thai. So after the film was released, the bridge started to become a tourist destination, but tourists became confused with its name as the river it crossed didn't match. So in the 1960s, the Thai government decided to rename this stretch of river to Khwae Yai. They didn't spell it to match the English pronunciation, as Kwai in Thai actually means buffalo, which is what some Thais call stupid people. So right beside the bridge we have this wonderful Chinese temple. I'll put the name up on the screen and it's very new. I was last in Kanchanaburi town in 2008 and I don't remember this being here. Maybe it was. So just behind the big Chinese temple is a Chinese soldier tomb, and don't forget that the Chinese fought against the Japanese during World War II. So here we have the tomb, and you can see on the outside there's a blue circle with a white sort of sun symbol, and that's the symbol of the KMT, the Kuomintang, and they were anti-communist forces. So after the Second World War, the communists in China spread through, and the KMT fought against them, but were eventually pushed out into neighbouring countries such as Myanmar and Thailand. So just before the bridge, we've got a collection here of 2 steam locos and a converted truck which runs along the line, which I think dates from the Second World War. We'll just take a closer look at that in a minute. But this steam loco in front of me, which is 719, was built by the Japanese. I can't exactly remember the date of it now, but in the 1930s, I think. And it's been used on a few films. I think I saw it maybe in a film called The Railway Man, which stars Colin Firth and Nicole Kidman. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this converted truck dates from the Second World War and was converted to run on the railway by the Japanese. And this second steam loco was actually built by the British in 1917. Okay, so this is the JEATH Museum. And the word JEATH is made up of the initials of the countries that built the Burma Railway. So there's Japan, England, Australia, Thailand and Holland. Obviously it's not just England but the whole of Britain. Anyway, there's 2 JEATH museums here. This is the second one. And I remember coming here in 2008, I just told the lady in the ticket booth, it's only 50 baht, that I was last here in 16 years ago. And I don't think it's really changed all that much since then, but I'll show you around. It's quite quirky in places, which you'll see. So on the outside of this building, we've got a load of figures and statues and a dragon coming down the outside of the wall. And quite a few of these figures are previous kings of Thailand. I can see there in the middle, that's King Rama I, who defeated the Burmese in the late 16th, early 17th century. So here they've got some statues of the leaders, the Allied leaders, as well as Japanese. And this here is meant to be Winston Churchill. Very slim Winston Churchill. And for some reason they've all got blue faces. So I don't really know why. But that's Stalin. They've got the moustache right on Stalin. And MacArthur. And the one in the light blue suit here is meant to be Truman. So in the film The Railway Man, which I said about earlier, Colin Firth's character came to this museum, and in one of the scenes here he visited this this scene in front of me. And then this here is meant to be part of the old wooden bridge that went across the river. But apparently it's only a reconstruction, as the angle that it goes across isn't exactly parallel to the current bridge, the bridge over the River Kwai. But I think this is like a reconstruction. I mean, you can see a concrete beam there. So I think they've just reconstructed this. So this is the Japanese memorial that was erected in February 1944, and apparently 1,000 Japanese died building the Death Railway as well. So just outside the station in Kanchanaburi, we've got this huge steam loco, which was built in Germany in 1936, and it's got an extra water storage there at the front. Massive loco, this one. Okay, so here we are at the Death Railway Museum, right opposite the War Cemetery in the centre of Kanchanaburi, and this is a very good museum to have a look around. So pretty much next door to the war cemetery in the middle of town is this Chinese cemetery, and I'm guessing some of these may be war POWs from China, I'm not too sure. Okay, so this is Kanchanaburi's city pillar shrine, and what a city pillar is normally located right dead center in the middle of a town, a historical town or a provincial capital, and it's basically one or more pillars. The locals of each place that's got one of these worship it as a means of protecting the city from any outside influences, that kind of thing. So it's highly regarded. So this is the city wall, and this is one of the gates, the main gates. There used to be 6 going all around it, and when King Rama III moved the town here, he built this wall, and it goes all the way along. We'll follow it in a second. Now this is saying how big the wall was. So it was 480 meters long by 210 meters wide. So in this temple we've got this huge structure of a guy on a horse, which is almost like it's towing this boat along with this pavilion on the back. It must be some Buddhist mythology kind of thing. If you know what this is all about, let me know in the comments down below. So this building is an old derelict paper mill that was built by the Germans in 1938, I think it was, just before the start of the Second World War, and now it's been abandoned for quite a number of years, and it's become quite a popular Instagrammers spot for people to take their picture beside a derelict building with smashed windows and that kind of thing. And hopefully I'll be allowed in as a security guard here. Let's just see what happens. Okay, so I'm inside. Just have to put the details down in the book. But you can see the old city wall goes around this factory, this paper mill. And I'll just walk. Here we are. So these look like furnaces to me. Just take a closer look. And that's where I'm going to leave off this video for now. If you like it, then give me a big thumbs up, and why not subscribe to my channel down below. Until the next video, see you later.